In November 2015, Nepalese police shot an Indian man during protests at the India-Nepal border. These protests were sparked by Nepal's new constitution, and since August have led to the deaths of more than 40 people. The constitution has also been named as the reason for a potentially deadly blockade of fuel, which was reportedly enacted by India. So what exactly is going on? Is India sending Nepal into a fuel crisis? Well, Nepal is a landlocked state, bordered on one side by India and on the other side by a relatively remote part of China. India is responsible for more than half of Nepal's trade and all of its fuel, but since September, fuel has not been getting in. The whole situation is a little unexpected. Following Nepal's devastating earthquake in 2015, they received major support from India and grew closer as allies. But by August, their relationship began to falter. Nepal's contentious new constitution was being fast-tracked, to the dismay of both the Indian government as well as an ethnic group known as the Madhesi people. Madhesis are culturally close to India, and while they represent about a third of Nepal's population, the new constitution would underrepresent them in parliament. Before it was passed, India sent in a list of amendments which would have given those minority ethnic groups greater power. India warned that the marginalization of those groups would lead to violence in Nepal, but the amendments were not taken into account, and the constitution went through with 66 members of the Constitutional Assembly refusing to vote in protest. In response, Indian officials reportedly ordered border guards to search all trucks entering Nepal, blocking the flow of fuel. India's oil corporation has refused to refuel Nepalese trucks, and all trucks trying to get into Nepal are lined up on India's side. However, India has directly denied accusation of establishing an economic blockade against Nepal, saying that fuel is not getting in because the protests are blocking or scaring drivers. Of course, India's reluctance to admit to a blockade is not surprising. India and Nepal have peace and trade treaties, which a fuel embargo would undoubtedly violate. So far, the lack of fuel has been disastrous. Schools have been shut down without enough gas to power the school buses. Private cars have been prevented from filling up to